PEEPles, Lola Grace checking in your space, not too much in your face. Basically, this current situation with COVID that started some months ago and that has now gone into the summer and may very well go into the next year. It's very serious. So many people have died. So many people have lost loved ones. So many people have lost their primary breadwinner of the household. So many kids, are staying at home with parents who may not have all the resources to fully go to work, care for the kids, watch the kids, and go to work at the same time. So it really is a huge issue that a lot of us need to understand that before we get too comfortable in the everyday, day-to-day new normal, we shouldn't get too comfortable. It's just too expensive. It's too expensive for us to get too comfortable in this new normal, which is the way it is for so many reasons that I'm not going to get into that are very political. But basically, if we know that we do not want this to be the new normal, if we know we want things to get better, if we know we want things to improve, especially in regards to civil rights issues, in regards to police brutality, in regards to racism, discrimination, the best thing we can do, besides being saved by grace, is to go out and vote. Because religion is one thing, praying to the Lord is one thing, but actually taking the concrete steps to do something about your situation is a whole nother issue. Voting is very important, not just for president, but also for councilmen and women, for congressmen and women, for judges, for so many things. Voting is important because not only does the president, have the power to, do executive orders and do a lot of things such as that, but the president also appoints judges, Supreme Court justices, district justices. And it's so important that, however you want your reality to be framed should be evident in a person that you vote to be elected president of the United States, and the person you vote on, the person you vote to, be in Congress, to be a senator, to be a representative, to be your councilmen and women. So basically, I'm just going to let y'all know for 2 states that I represent, because I am pretty much bi-coastal, Georgia and PA. In Georgia, the deadline to register to vote is October the 5th, and the deadline to receive a mail-in ballot is October the 30th. Early voting is from Monday, October 12th to October 30th, and this is for 2020 because I know this video might be up past Election Day, so this is for 2020. And in PA, the deadline to vote in person, by mail, or online is October 19th, people. October 19th for all 3 of those things. And the deadline to request a mail-in ballot is October 27th. Early voting in PA, people, is from September 14th to October 27th. Early voting in Georgia is from October 12th to October 30th. People, we need to be serious about who we want to be 46. And do we want to continue to acknowledge the next president as 45, 46, or do we want to give him all the pride, all the joy, all the support, all the encouragement by acknowledging him as president of the United States of America? People, this is very important. The voting is your voice. It is your voice. If you want to be legitimately involved in the conversation, you gotta vote. You gotta vote. Whether or not you tweet support, Instagram support, make a song giving support, voting is the number one thing you can do. If you don't feel like doing all those things, care to do all those things, or don't want to do all those things, if the only thing you can do is vote, it is very important, people. Because racism, discrimination, and white supremacy is still very much alive in this country. It is very much alive in this country. But voting helps to equal and level the playing field, not just for you, but for your children, for future generations to come. People, let's make a difference. We made this difference when we made the change that we believed in with Barack Obama, people. But you have to understand that, the current situation after Barack is nothing compared to what it could have been or should have been or would have been if somebody was in office, on the job, that truly knew what they were doing, truly reached out to both sides of the aisle, and truly put in not necessarily the effort, because I'm not going to say the 45 is not putting in the effort. I'm not going to say he's not putting in the effort, people. But realistically, the competency and also in terms of the diplomacy that is needed for this job, it's very real, people. It's very real. So let's do our share. Let's do our part in making the American dream come true. Not only for us, because I'm not going to tell you who to vote for. Vote for who you want to vote for. But there is a different conversation the Democrats are having than the Republicans. Equality, peace, empowerment, support regardless of your socioeconomic status or your race, people. We all know what party is supporting all of these things, people. So if we really know that we want to make a difference in this country and make it a better country for years to come, not just for the next 4 years, but based on the climate, the political climate that takes place once the Supreme Court justices, district justices are elected, people, who do you want to be standing in front of a fair judge or a not so fair judge? I'm not going to say discriminatory judge, because the party has nothing to do with whether or not you are discriminatory. Party has nothing to do with that. Ideology has everything to do with that. What do you stand for? What do you stand for as a person behind your party lines? Do you care about all types of people, rich, poor, educated, uneducated? Well, who you care about? In terms of who you care about, do you care about other people besides you and your family? Point blank, period. Do you care about helping all people make it in life? Do you care about looking out for others, looking out for people, for schools that are not supported with enough taxpayer dollars? Do you care about, single mothers who are trying to put food on the table? Do you care about the elderly getting their medication and not being overcharged for their medications? Do you care about the U.S. Postal Service working appropriately? Do you care about so many things that may not affect you directly, but indirectly they will affect you, because they may affect not only you, but your children, your aunt, your sister, your brother, your mother, your children, your father. We have to learn to come together in this country as one, to look out for everybody. And when I'm not talking about socialism, I'm talking about equality. So let's do what we need to do, to support Joe Biden. That's who I'm supporting. But whoever you want to support, just make sure that you're making the right decision. Make sure you're making a fair decision. And I pray that the Lord be with this country. I pray that the Lord be with all the people who passed away. I mean, not the people who passed away, but the families that are grieving and that are mourning the losses from COVID-19, losses that so could have easily been avoided and prevented if the proper precautions were taken at the appropriate time to do the necessary thing. So I just pray that God, comfort and console hundreds of thousands of families all across the world, not just in the United States, but all across the world. COVID is real, people. Protect yourself. Take your immunity vitamins. Make sure you're hydrating properly. Make sure you're eating properly. Pray. Wear your mask. Wear gloves. If you feel the need to wear gloves while in the supermarket, because I know I do that. I try to wear gloves while I'm carrying the cart. But do what is necessary to protect yourself, and do what is necessary to vote, and make your voice heard, people. I'm not trying to be too political with this video. I'm not trying to be too political at all. But I just want to let y'all know that this is real. This is very real. And it's very real out here in these streets. Let us be congratulating ourselves November 3rd, on that Tuesday, November 3rd. Let us be congratulating ourselves for turning a new leaf in this country and for starting a new page and writing a new chapter to a very glorious book. And that glorious book is the story of the United States of America, people. No other country like this on the face of the earth. And let's keep it that way. And let's keep it that way for good reasons and not bad reasons. Let's keep it right. Let's keep it that way by continuing to be the heroes, philanthropists, lobbyists, supporters, good Samaritans that we are in this country. Let's continue to support charities. Let's continue to give. United Way, Salvation Army, Goodwill. Let's continue to go out in the community and do what we need to do, not only to survive and to feed our children, but to help somebody who needs a helping hand and who needs somebody to lean on. Then let's be that for those people. And let's be that for ourselves by voting to elect the next qualified that is a powerful word, people. Qualified president of the United States of America. Thank you. Coming in your space, not too much in your face, with the realness on this Lola Grace edition. Thank you for supporting me and continue to support the United States of these America. Peace. Lola Grace. I'm out.